5. Now we're back to what's at hand for the United States and the story of 15-year-old Chellsie Memel. She certainly made a lot of national news in newspapers across the country because of that last-minute phone call that puts her in the World Championships with her team so much in need because of injury and illness.
In a difficult position starting off the team. This is huge pressure.
Big release right here. Right on her fingertips. Looks so nice when it's far away like that. Gives the coach a bit of a heart attack.
And the great thing about this exercise is Chellsie, unlike all her other events, she has so much variety. Check this out.
Oh!
Al, dismounts like that, they don't just happen to kids with no experience like this. One of the most difficult dismounts in the world today to stick, especially in a pressure situation. It's all blind. She was aggressive, she was definitive, she opened her body, put her feet down.
Remember, she was just supposed to be on the sidelines cheering for this team.
Tasha Schweikert next to go for the United States. She was part of Team USA in the bronze medal performance in the last World Championships. Memel score. Oh boy, it's huge. 9.637.
Tasha, the first day, had a small deduction. She scraped her feet on the ground.
Tim, she looked nervous. I think she held back. She wasn't herself on this event. This can be a huge event for Tasha.
Well, her coach says that the one thing Tasha likes better than anything else is a big crowd. She says she loves people watching her. There are a few right now.
Couple of release skills right off the top. Here is her first one. And then the same release skill that we saw from Chellsie right here. This is great.
Little bit close on that first one, caused the second one to be close again. But back on track.
How fortunate for this team on the odd chance that it comes together so far in your own country.
You know, after Tasha missed in the first day in the team competition, she was right back in the practice, doing drills after drills to assure herself that she wouldn't miss again, and wasn't this fabulous.
Double layout DLO stick right there.
Check out this replay. Check out this. Bella Caroli next to Mary Lou Retton of all people.
Two legends in the sport of gymnastics right there.
And Tasha hits another home run for the United States. 9.6.
What that means for Team USA, they have got two huge bar scores. All of the other countries we have seen major breaks from. They get through cleanly here. They go to the next rotation with a huge advantage.
And this young lady went 9-5 in day one.
Bella Caroli up and standing. Really, it's his wife Marta who's looking over the program, but you know Bella has a say because he always does. Now, there's some confusion here about... Oh, she has no number on.
Wow, Al.
Now what happens? She can't compete without it.
Yeah, you can compete. There's an automatic deduction, but certainly the USA does not want to take that deduction.
And there's also a time issue here.
There is a time issue. Once the judge, and they have put the go sign up for Holly Vise. Once they put that up, technically the gymnast has only 30 seconds to mount the bar. If they don't, they can get a warning, and then they can be told to go immediately. If they don't, I think they can actually be given a 0, believe it or not.
Now, wait a minute. Someone has just taken a Sharpie and written her number on a piece of paper from the press row.
Oh, my God.
You know, I don't know if this is legal, to be perfectly honest. I don't think it's...
This is crazy.
And can I ask the question, what is with the safety pins? Can't we use Velcro or something? They're going to let her go.
Amazing. That was way beyond 30 seconds. I tell you, she has got to be a little bit rattled now.
And she's been nervous on this combination in warm-up.
Right here to a release skill.
Oh.
Now, can she continue?
Wow.
Now, guys, I know that there are international coaches who complain about events in the United States. You could argue it's sour grapes. You could argue that it's an advantage when teams come to the United States. For a moment, that felt like a huge advantage, that time advantage that they gave Holly Vise, but it hasn't helped out the United States at all. Yeah,
it did not help, but actually the head judge has control of that event, and she's an Australian, Kim Gottle.
So now, when all things seemed rosy for Team USA, they, like just about all the other powerhouses, are going to have to absorb and play on with a very low score. The unthinkable. A gymnast arrives at one of the biggest moments of her life without the number she needs to compete, and the lack of that number completely unnerves her. Does it unnerve Team USA? We'll find out. We've reached the halfway mark, yes, and it's time to make sure everybody has their numbers firmly tacked on. These are the Wild World Championships of 2003. We'll be back after this with the updated standings.